Listen carefully, because what I'm about to tell you will change everything. You're waiting for life to get easier. You're waiting for the perfect moment. You're waiting for the circumstances to align. You're waiting for the pain to stop. But here's the truth that nobody wants to hear. Nothing gets easier. You just get better. That job you're struggling with, it won't get easier. You'll just get more skilled. That relationship that challenges you, it won't get easier. You'll just get wiser. That fitness goal that seems impossible, it won't get easier. You'll just get stronger. The weights don't get lighter. Your shoulders get broader. The mountain doesn't shrink. Your lungs just learn to breathe at higher altitudes. And once you understand this, truly understand this, everything changes.
We've been sold a lie, a beautiful, comforting, devastating lie. We've been told that if we just work hard enough, just push through this one challenge, just get past this obstacle, then life will finally be smooth sailing. But every person who's achieved anything worth achieving will tell you the same thing. It never gets easier. The challenges just change. The stakes get higher. The pressure intensifies. When you're starting out in business, you worry about getting your first client. When you're successful, you worry about managing 50 clients. Different level, same struggle. When you're single, you worry about finding love. When you're married, you worry about keeping that love alive. Different chapter, same requirement for growth. You see, life isn't designed to get easier. Life is designed to make you better. Think about it. Every video game gets harder as you level up. Every sport gets more competitive as you climb the rankings. Every career gets more demanding as you take on more responsibility. The universe doesn't reward you with easier battles. It rewards you with stronger armor. So stop waiting for easy. Start becoming capable.
Here's what happens when you shift your mindset from "when will this get easier" to "how can I get better?" Everything changes. Your 5 a.m. alarm doesn't get easier to answer, but you become the person who doesn't need motivation. You have discipline. That difficult conversation doesn't get easier to have, but you become the person who chooses courage over comfort every single time. That workout doesn't get easier, but you become the person who welcomes the burn because you know it's building something greater. I want you to think about the strongest people you know, not physically strong, mentally strong, emotionally resilient, spiritually grounded. Did life go easy on them? Hell no. They were forged in fire. They were pressured into diamonds. They were broken down and rebuilt stronger. The storm didn't pass. They learned to dance in the rain. The night didn't end. They learned to become their own light. The weight didn't lift. They learned to build muscle. And that's the secret that separates those who make it from those who quit. Those who make it don't wait for favorable conditions. They become the type of person who can handle any condition.
I know what you're thinking. This sounds exhausting. You're telling me it never gets better? No, I'm telling you something far more powerful. I'm telling you that you get better, and that makes all the difference. The struggle you're facing right now, it's not a roadblock. It's a training ground. Every person you admire, every hero in history, every champion in any field, they all have one thing in common. They were tested, brutally tested, and they didn't break. Muhammad Ali didn't become the greatest because boxing got easier. He became the greatest because he trained harder than anyone else was willing to train. Oprah didn't build an empire because media got easier. She built it because she refused to let her past define her future. Elon Musk didn't change industries because engineering got easier.
He worked 100-hour weeks and risked everything multiple times. Your struggles aren't signs that you're on the wrong path. Your struggles are proof that you're on a path worth walking. Easy paths lead to average destinations. Difficult paths lead to extraordinary ones. And here's the beautiful part. Every time you push through something hard, every time you choose growth over comfort, every time you face your fears, you're not just solving that one problem. You're building a stronger version of yourself that will handle the next 10 problems with greater ease. You're not collecting victories, you're collecting strength.
Let's get practical, because motivation without application is just entertainment. Every single day you have a choice. Will today be the day you become better, or will today be the day you stay the same? That morning routine you keep skipping, it's not about the routine, it's about proving to yourself that you're in control of your life. That healthy meal you swap for fast food, it's not about the calories, it's about whether you're building discipline or destroying it. That book you keep meaning to read, it's not about the information, it's about whether you're investing in your growth or just consuming entertainment. Small choices, repeated daily, compounded over time. That's how you get better. You don't need to make massive changes. You need to make consistent ones. The person who goes to the gym 3 times a week for a year will transform their body. Not because any single workout was earth-shattering, but because they showed up consistently when they didn't feel like it. The person who reads 10 pages a day will complete 12 books in a year. Not because any single page changed their life, but because they chose growth over distraction, day after day. The person who has one difficult conversation per week will build relationships that most people only dream about. Not because talking gets easier, but because they get better at it. You want to know the secret to an extraordinary life? There is no secret. There's only consistency when it's hard, discipline when it's uncomfortable, and courage when it's easier to quit. Nothing gets easier, but you become unstoppable.
Champions think differently. Let me show you how. When an amateur faces a challenge, they think, "Why is this happening to me?" When a champion faces a challenge, they think, "What is this teaching me?" When an amateur encounters failure, they think, "I'm not good enough." When a champion encounters failure, they think, "I'm not good enough yet." When an amateur feels uncomfortable, they retreat. When a champion feels uncomfortable, they lean in. You see, champions understand something fundamental about life. Your comfort zone is not a place of rest, it's a place of rust. Nothing grows in comfort, not your business, not your body, not your character, not your capacity. Everything that matters grows in challenge. So when you're in the thick of it, when you're exhausted, when you're questioning everything, when you want to quit, that's not a sign to stop. That's a sign that you're exactly where you need to be. The caterpillar doesn't become a butterfly because the cocoon was comfortable. It becomes a butterfly because the struggle to break free is what gives it the strength to fly. Your struggle is giving you wings. Don't abort the process.
Here's what I need you to understand about getting better. Level 1 problems require level 1 solutions. Level 10 problems require level 10 solutions. You can't solve advanced problems with basic thinking. You can't handle heavyweight challenges with a lightweight mindset. And here's the good news. You're ready for whatever level you're on. The fact that you're facing this challenge means you have what it takes to overcome it. Life doesn't give you problems you can't handle. It gives you problems that force you to become the person who can handle them. That impossible deadline? it's teaching you time management and prioritization. That difficult person in your life, they're teaching you patience and boundaries. That financial pressure, it's teaching you resourcefulness and creativity. That physical limitation, it's teaching you determination and discipline. You're not being punished, you're being prepared. For what? For the next level, for greater responsibility, for bigger impact, for the life you keep saying you want. But here's the catch. You can't reach the next level with your current level of thinking. You can't reach the next level with your current level of effort. You can't reach the next level with your current level of commitment. You have to evolve. You have to grow. You have to become better. And that process, it's never easy, but it's always worth it. So let me leave you with this. Stop waiting for life to get easier. It won't. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. It doesn't exist. Stop waiting for motivation. Discipline beats motivation every single time. Start focusing on getting better. 1% better today than you were yesterday. That's all you need. Start embracing the struggle. It's sculpting you into someone extraordinary. Start seeing challenges as opportunities, because that's exactly what they are. You want to know why successful people seem to have it all figured out? They don't. They're facing bigger problems than you can imagine. They've just gotten better at solving them. You want to know why champions keep winning? Not because they don't face adversity, because they've been through so much adversity that they've become anti-fragile. They don't just withstand pressure, they thrive in it. And that's what's available to you. Not an easier life, a better you. A you that doesn't crack under pressure. A you that doesn't quit when it's hard. A you that sees obstacles as opportunities. A you that understands that the struggle isn't the problem, it's the solution. Nothing gets easier. You just get better. And once you truly embrace that truth, once you stop fighting it and start leveraging it, that's when your life changes forever. That's when you stop being a victim of circumstances and start being the architect of your destiny. That's when you realize that you don't need life to get easier because you've become strong enough to handle whatever comes your way. Now go out there and prove to yourself what you're really capable of, because the warrior you're becoming is worth every battle you've fought to get here.